Mosquitoes already. Yeah, the bloodsuckers, tiny little things, are making their way in. I really enjoyed that debate today. I really didn't know how it would go. I'd been trying to. I don't know. I haven't really been trying. I don't try. Yeah, things just happen as they happen. But this particular debate has been wanting to unfold for quite some time, and if I was going to put a time to it, then I would have to say that it was a full gestation period. You know what I mean? It's like 9-month period. And as it turned out, as I'm watching it, I did decide to, as much as I'd like to say accidentally, I do have to admit, deliberately, took 4/4 of the lemon that I brought to the knife fight. Oh shit! Yeah. I bought 4/4 of the lemon to the knife fight, and I actually had a sort of like a little thing I was going to say to myself. I was going to say, right, every time he mentions NASA, not a space agency, I determined, right, I'm just going to chop this lemon up, and I had a bottle of tequila next to me. But unfortunately, and fortunately, doesn't really matter in the overall scheme of things, because shit happens the way shit happens. The way shit happened is that he didn't even mention NASA, which is great. So how good is home brew? 11 out of 10. That's how good it is. So yeah, he didn't mention NASA, and that's what I liked about that debate. We didn't go into the intricacies. I was just waiting for him to talk about probes that he's sent to Uranus and lunar landers and blah 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 blah, but he didn't. He refrained 100% from that. Very wise. Very wise. Big respect. So, had T-Jump decided to start talking about probes they've sent to Uranus, like, I'd be like, did they take enough AA batteries or what? It's so many things. I don't even know why I'm walking further and further into my giant tin can that I don't actually live in. This is just like my storage shed. But I can feel myself getting drawn into it. Oh, fuck off. Have a guitar. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It's not the night. That's not... Tonight's the night. No, don't. Don't play any songs, Roscoe. You're just going out because of the fucking full moon. That's it. It's dark. The full moon has risen. Shh. The full moon has risen, and I should be out there looking at it with a fresh freaking beer, but I can't even finish the freaking one I've already got to grab a fresh one to go out and have a look at it. So just go and look at it as it is. Bugger it. Oh, fuck. Can't see a thing. Tonight's the night. Bruce Barry was a working man. He used to load Daddy Caroline van. Oh. A sparkle was in his eye, but his life was in his hands. So people, let me tell ya, I see your moon rising through those trees. When I picked up the telephone, it sounded chill up and down, straight through the main line. Tonight's the night. Tonight's the night. There would be somebody coming along. Oh, we can just ignore them. Tonight's the night. Yes, it is. Tonight's the night. Alright. Now that I got that out of the system, that's the full moon. That is a full moon. Just full as it gets. Well, okay. It's almost 6 p.m. So technically in another 4 hours it will be completely full, but you only get one every full moon. So what I'm saying is, see that star behind it? This is the theory I've been working with for a while, so you know, I'm going to work with it. I'm going to pump it for all it's worth. That star is the moon. Yeah. Crazy flat earth Aussie fucking Roscoe again. Telling fucking bullshit. But that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is, oh, for fuck's sake. Walking barefoot out through a fucking paddock at this time of night is probably not highly recommended. But hey, the things we do for science. If I'm gonna go inside and cook something to eat, that's what I'm gonna do for fucking science. Science can take it up fucking derriere. Bruce Barry was a working man. He used to load that Caroline van. The sparkle was in his eyes, but his life was in his hands. So people, let me tell ya, it sent a chill up and down my spine. When I picked up the telephone and heard that he died out on the main line. Tonight's the night. Yes, it is. Tonight's the night. Tonight's the night. Tonight's the night. Now that we're here, looking at the full moon, can see it reflecting in my eyes off the phone, which is really weird. Because the phone isn't even a mirror, it's a black mirror. Makes no sense. Just turn a wee little bit, and there it is. That is the full moon. Last night I had the most bizarre experience, which I've been very hesitant to talk about. I'll talk about lots of things. I'll talk about how I enjoy the experience of lucid dreaming. I love it. Moon, projection. Anyway, all this moon stuff's got nothing to do with my story from last night anyway, but I'm gonna tell it because I don't know if you ever have lucid dreams. It's a cloud. I don't have an afro. It looks so much like an afro for a second. Got an afro. Alright. I'm trying to get serious. This shit scares the fuck out of me too much to me to get too serious about. While living here, you can hear the critters. Probably heard the birds through the day. The frogs, the sounds of nature. Well, last night, I always wake up in the middle of the night, like whatever it may be, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, whatever, doesn't matter. I just wake up some arbitrary time through the night. And the thing I love about it is, especially when I know I have to work the next day, I'll say I set my alarm for 5 a.m. and I'll guarantee I will wake up 4:59. And generally I set it for 4:30. I'll wake up at 4:29. Doesn't matter. I always wake up before the alarm. And so today being Sunday, 22nd of August, full moon, a few more hours to go until it's completely full. Well, then last night, of course, I made sure I turned all my alarms off. That's what I do. But at the same time, because I'm a bit of a hermit now, I just live in is what the Americans would call a trailer. But I'm not in a trailer park, at least. I live in a caravan, and I've got my shipping container, and I'm well established here in a nice little place. Is that I tend to know that there is a certain amount of spiritual influences around this place. Now, this is Australia, okay? Don't get me wrong. There is a very, very strong ancestral spiritual feeling here in Australia. And if you don't feel the, for want of a better term, Aboriginal spirit here, then you're probably not very Australian. I've been pretty well tuned into it since I was a little kid, very little child. I would find like little splinters of rock living out west in Bathurst, and I'd pick them up and I just knew instinctively. I could feel the vibration through them. These were Aboriginal tools. I'm not saying I've got any special gift or anything. I'm just saying I can just feel the vibration of the place where I live. And this place, I can tell you, it's got some heavy, heavy, heavy vibrational frequencies. Things that, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not immune or stupid to this shit. I am aware. I'm intuitive to it, and I basically try to give as much respect as I possibly can. If that's... But we can't. I haven't got a hope in hell. The things that happened to the original people of this land, we haven't got a hope in hell of giving true, respectful feelings for what happened to them. I know that. And here I am just subsisting on the surface of something from them that goes so far deeper. And as such, I'm aware I am trespassing. We are basically trespassing. That's just how it is. And last night, as I was telling people how I do, not as I was, after I told people about the best way how to get through to a lucid dreaming experience. If you want to experience lucid dreaming, like we have dreams every night. Most of us forget them. I forget 99.99% of mine as well. But if I want to have a very, very lucid dream, what I do is I set my alarm clock for about, say I have to be up at 5 a.m. I'll set it for 4 a.m. And when that alarm goes off, I just hit it and go up. No one wants to get up at that time. But then what you do is you lay on your back. This is the key to lucid dreaming. Lay on your back, because the silver cord comes out through your, whether it be solar plexus, belly button, doesn't matter. The best way to lucid dream is by laying on your back and hopefully have your arms in a relatively calm position. And fuck me dead, if not this morning, I did that because I know how well it works. Why do I subscribe to it? Yeah, I don't even know if I really want to talk about this now, because I've hesitated from talking about it. I hesitate from talking about it to other people. But I'll tell you what happened. And it was freaky. I was laying in my bed, on my back, going through the lucid dreaming state. And as I entered into it, somewhere along the line, I don't want to even talk about it. It's horrible. It is horrible. some sort of demonic spirit came up beneath. I mean, I'm sure you've had that feeling of come on, what's the word? Sleep paralysis before. Sleep paralysis. Not sure if you're well aware, but the sleep paralysis experience is when there's a demon sitting upon you and preventing your soul, or your soul's good enough, from re-entering back into your body. And that is why your body is paralyzed, because your body is nothing without your soul. You understand that, right? The body is nothing. It's just biological stuff. The soul is what drives it. It's like having a car. A car will just sit there. But until a driver sits in there and turns on the key and operates it, it's just a dead piece of shit. That's the same as the body. The soul jumps into the body, turns on the key and operates it. And these demonic spirits prevent you from getting back into your body to jump in and turn on the key and operate it again, which is what happens when you wake up. And so last night, it scared the shit out of me, because I'm pretty clued on to the way these things work. Okay. I'm pretty clued on. I was just telling people how if you just lay on your back, and especially when you're super tired, like that's why I say wake up at 4 o'clock, super tired, wake up, and don't go fully back to sleep. Just lay on your back, put your hands by your side, and you will go into lucid dreaming. Last night I did the same as normal. Done it a million times before, if not a couple of thousand. Because, I don't like to exaggerate. I tell myself a million times, never exaggerate. So, I am laying in my bed. I went into the dream state. Very, very tired, because, I knew I had to be up early for today's debate, which I was going to do on Monday debates. I had a little bit of extra adrenaline, as you would say, to not fall asleep. And I fell asleep. I fell into the dream state. I went into the lucid dreaming state. And it was not pleasant at all. It was... I'm just going to describe it exactly how it was. I'm laying there asleep. And an energetic force, a demonic energetic force, came up underneath me, underneath my bed, propelled me through the air, and pushed me and my caravan, I don't know if you can see it, caravan over there, propelled the whole lot through the air. And the minute I became conscious of it, of course, it was like, this cannot happen. But the demon had me held within its spell. I was held. It was scary as fuck. Like, can you imagine you just live in a tiny little caravan, and in the middle of your sleep, something comes up beneath you, propels you through your mattress, through the wall opposite you, and scary as hell. But that's where the fortunately, state of mind, state of consciousness comes into play. But I kid you fucking not, I was shitting myself. It was so real, so fucking scary. It was so real and so scary. And I could not move my arms. I was paralyzed. And I've known dream paralysis states before. And so, do you know what I did? I appealed to the higher consciousness. And yea, though I walk through the valley of death, I did appeal to the consciousness of Yahweh. I know I said that in the debate I just had today, that Yahweh is probably one of the lesser ones of the ones, but, you know, sometimes you want to appeal to the higher controlling demon of the demon is trying to control you. Sometimes. But the very first ones I appealed to, I said, Jesus. Then I said Yahweh. And then I said Jehovah. Actually, let me rethink that. I actually believe the very first one I appealed to. I actually believe, now that I think back, I'm just trying to re-experience a very, very scary dreaming experience I had last night. I actually believe the very, very first one I said to, appealed to, was Jehovah. And then it was Yahweh. And then it was Jesus. And I was screaming this shit out in the middle of the night, trying to get this demonic spirit away. And of course I woke up a little bit later and it's like nothing ever happened. But at the time it was so very real. That's the thing, is that reality is what is happening at the time. It's like, yeah, you might wake up from a dream and say, oh, it was just a dream. But the fucking time, man, at the time, when I was laying on my back having a lucid dream, this force came up behind, underneath, lifted me up, thrown me through the air. It was so very real. And I'm not saying it has real ramifications here in the physical plane, but at the time it occurred when I'm in that dream state that I was at, it was as real as anything, and I could not bring myself away from it, except by the fact that I screamed out to my Saviour's Yahweh, Jehovah, Jesus. Take that for what you will. If ever you get caught in a dream paralysis state, I suggest you do the same. Call out to those three names: Yahweh, Jehovah, Jesus. Remove these dark spirits from me. Because it works. It works. It works. And I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You use what works. If you want to appeal to vaccinations and other weird bullshit, you're a pseudoscientist. Science uses what works. That's all.